This episode is brought to you by Freestyle Photographic Supply.
Well, unfortunately, they don't have the meats anymore. Bummer. So a few days ago, I found out something disturbing. Honestly, I don't know if I can live any longer, but I found out that Arbys here on Sunset is closing. For years, for so many years, for 13 years, have been wanting to take a photo of the original Arbys roast beef sandwich hat sign. So today, in lieu of its news of its closing, I thought I might as well just do it now.
Are you just as sad as I am? Have you cried yourself to sleep like I have? Have you found yourself naked in the fetal position in the corner of your room? No, of course not. That's just going way too far for a fast food restaurant. But yes, in all of its neon glory, this OG signed Arbys on Sunset has closed. And well, yes, I have to commemorate this beautiful beacon in the night the only way that I know how, with celluloid.
For one, let's do some sacrilegious and shoot black and white. I stole some Plus-X 25 from Jason. I got some Kodak 160 VC from 11, have some NC from 10, and I have some Portra 100 from 101, from 01, from the year Spider-Man came out.
But what did I decide to shoot this big ass hat on? You might be asking yourself, I guess if you were in the mood to ask yourself a question. The Pentax 6.7. It's been a minute and a half since I've last used this chonker, and I knew that I wanted an SLR to have precise framing. And I wanted a system with multiple lenses. Plus, I thought it might be interesting to shoot my 200mm lens this go around. To be honest, this is maybe the first time that you've ever seen this lens on this channel. I don't use it often. It's a weird lens.
Hey Siri, how many years ago was 2004? Oh yeah, duh, math, Caleb. 20 years ago, you idiot. 2 decades. I can probably get away with 1 decade. I don't know how it's stored. I don't think Jason knew how it was stored either. 50 ISO.
Overall, this episode will be full of intrigue, mystery, and a little bit of history. Or none of that at all, except for just the history part. But who am I to say? You know, it could have all those other things. It could.
I'm gonna do like 6 seconds on this bad boy. Mirror lockup, obviously. Mississippi, 2 Mississippi, 3 Mississippi, 4 Mississippi, 5 Mississippi, 6 Mississippi.
Yeah, I get it. Going black and white for this first roll up is a choice. A choice that most probably wouldn't make to shoot this brightly colored neon sign with. But that's what I like to do. I like to break the rules, the mold, the rules. There's a lot. I don't want to break other things. It shit gets expensive. Overall, I'm really digging what this 200mm lens is doing for the compression of the shots. So, since you asked, this Arbys sign has been in commission since January of 1969. Good year. Just 6 years after the creation of their first roast beefy beef. But at this point, they didn't really have all the meats. They just had one. I think it's actually a really interesting choice shooting a 200mm lens from kind of far away to get the scene overall. Most people would probably just shove a wide angle lens right at the bottom of a frame and get that big ass hat all up in its biz. Also, there was people taking photos, and so if I stepped back, they wouldn't be in my shot. But I did it for artistic reasons.
Now, I don't know if this is a straight up interesting, I mean, I feel like it kind of is interesting, you know, because it's like, kind of like hidden, the hidden Arbys. 1 Mississippi, 2 Mississippi, 3 Mississippi, 4 Mississippi, 5 Mississippi, 6 Mississippi. I have to pee so bad.
Yeah, this shot sucks. It doesn't do much for me at all. At the end of the day, I think I was just trying to get images of this sign that no one else were thinking of or had.
I think the black and white is actually going to be very interesting because of the nature of it being gone now, and the black and white kind of feels timeless in a way. I mean, I could be making it up. I make it up all the time, but it might be the right move for the first roll, for sure.
Now let's get up close and personal with this sign. And for this, I think I have to put on my nifty 75mm f4.5. This is probably my favorite lens for the Pentax 6.7. So versatile, so sharp. It makes the whole setup actually just so much nicer to hold in the hand. So now moving over to a little bit of history lesson you probably care about a little bit more than roast beef. Kodak 125PX, also known on the streets as Plus-X, is a film that Kodak states is good for general purpose. Outdoor or studio photography with all those fine grains and excellent sharpnesses. And I must say, Plus-X, even at this age, has all the meats. This panchromatic film was introduced in 1954 and ran through photographers' cameras until 2011. It actually makes Plus-X older than Arbys itself. I wonder if the brothers ever shot Plus-X. Yeah, they probably did. It was probably very popular back in the day. Now bathed in the neon light, I decided to put some color into my camera. For this sign, I figured that Portra 100T would be a good choice given the neon lights above. Now, I haven't really shot much of Portra 100T on this channel, but what I have shot, I've really enjoyed. I actually took it for a spin earlier this year, and I got some shots that turned out pretty great.
Okay, we'll see. No, it might be actually interesting. Sorry, I was counting in my head.
Not killing the shot.
Oh, no, it might be cool because the reflection, and you brought it in, and it might be pretty sick, so.
So yeah, that was totally a happy accident. The valet brought the car in just as I was shooting the photo. But it is hard to say because this one with the car stationary also looks pretty great. It might actually make the balance of the shot a little bit better. Honestly, I don't know which one I like more. I think you should tell me. Now, the name Arbys, you might think, is short for RB, you know, like roast beef. But nope, it's actually the initials R and B for the Raffle brothers. It's right there in the name. They'll always be a part of it, just like probably human remains inside the meats. I like it because wherever you look in the scene, you actually see another aspect of the image. You of course have the Arbys name on the side of the building, but then you move down to the cars and then you see many different types of reflections. Possibly, just possibly, my favorite photo from the bunch. And it's not even a photo of the hat. Am I crazy? Yeah, the answer is yes. Now, before we get too much further into meat heaven, let me tell you about today's sponsor, Freestyle. Have you ever eaten too much roast beef sandwiches and needed something healthy? How about you check out Freestyle Photo? Sure, they may not have fruits or vegetables, but they do have film, which is also healthy for the soul. Freestyle has been in the business for over 75 years now, so you can rest assured that they are the healthiest place for you to stash up on your photographic needs. They have everything you might need to survive. They have nice camera slings for holding some film. They have chemicals for developing your film. They have printers for printing your film photos. And of course, they have film. Freestyle is striving to get film into the hands of those who love the medium and want to keep exploring the love for all things photography. So if you're new to film or you've been shooting since the very beginning of Arbys, Freestyle is the place for you to go for all your photographic needs. Just go ahead and click that link in the description box below or head on over to their LA location. Okay, now let's go back to Hollywood. Let's be honest, this hat totally could have stayed open if half the people eating there didn't actually have to run to the bathroom every 30 seconds after ingesting these thinly sliced meats. I mean, I guess at the same time they're not so thin because of the monstrosity known as the meat mountain. Jason bled for 5 days after consuming a meat mountain himself on Route 66.
Get the plunger ready.
Wasn't pretty. Arby's, come for the meats. Stay because you can't leave the toilet. But regardless how you feel about their food, you have to admit one thing. That sign slaps.
So I had a ton of fun this evening. I think I got a really awesome shot there, like at the end. And it was really actually just reflections. I thought that was super interesting with the vehicles. But you know, you will know if it was a banger. I don't know now. I think it's a banger. Actually, future Caleb, tell me, is it a banger?
Yeah, certified banger.
Yes, that is awesome. I was right. Onward to the house.
Overall, I have to say that these images are quite nice. Are they groundbreaking, amazing, interstellar? No, probably not. But I think I did get some unique compositions. Well, I hope you enjoyed this weird-ass episode about photography and, I guess, also food. Now, I have to go look at a salad. Somehow, I feel 10 pounds heavier. Also, I peed behind a bush.